How are we doing, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm trying out a new series today. Hopefully it'll be helpful for newer players and some other people out there as well. I'm going on to my NA account. It's an account that I don't have anything on. I've got level 7 wizard on it, but I'm going to be creating a new character from scratch. And I'm basically just going to play the game as a new player and just level up. I'm going to use a character I know, Ninja. I enjoy him, I know him, and for me, it's just the most comfortable person to use. But I'm going to go through the game with just what a new player will have. I'm not going to have any pay to win stuff on this class. And I'm just going to show you guys, if I was a new player, how I would go about leveling up and all the other bits and bobs. Small disclaimer, I'm not going to go all the way to end game like on my EU account. I'm basically going to go through the story and just start gearing up a little bit, just to show you guys what it would be like from that perspective. And if there are new people, that are coming to the game that have some issues with some quests and they can't find the quest name, it's probably not going to be too easy to find it through my channel, but it's an option, right? You can get an idea. It's like, oh, if I'm trying to do this quest, maybe he's going to be in video 2 or video 3. My name is taken, unfortunately, so the regular name with 1 O? Name's already in use. Oh, that's a good start. I'm probably not going to be talking a lot, to be honest. I might turn my mic on every now and again when I think there's something important I need to say. But besides that, let's just do 3 O's. There we go. Yeah, if there's something important I think I need to mention, I will mention it. And the reason I'm doing this on my NA account and I'm not just doing it on my EU account, there's a lot of stuff that I just don't know that I have on my EU account access to that like an average player just won't. I've got a bunch of like market maids that I'll just probably be using. I've got the tent and some other stuff. So you can probably hear the. Let me turn the volume down. An issue I've actually got with the new consoles, the Series X, great console, love it, but they've lost the optimal cable port, and that was really nice. The optimal cable port was very, very useful for like being able to plug my headset into my PC so you guys can hear the audio of my recordings and still hearing the game at the same time. Now I'm forced to like hook up this soundbar to hear the game, and so I can talk to you guys as well. But starting, you're going to open your Black Spirit, which is down on your D-pad. You're going to go to main quests, and you're just going to hit Start Adventure. I just smash A to go through everything. If you guys enjoy lore, go ahead, read everything that comes up on your screen. Take your time, get yourself experience with the story. But lore is not something I'm too interested in personally. So I will be skipping everything. If you're here to see the cutscenes and learn about what's happening, unfortunately this is not the place for you. This is more of just a power speed run through BDO to try and get myself in a position to gear up for endgame as soon as possible. And the point in which I'm going to be stopping is basically when I'll get a few Gruntle pieces. And I will probably stop there. So I'm gonna finish just the main quest line. I'm going to grind a little bit in Nagas and Fogans, upgrade some gear, and get into Piliku Jail. I'll spend a little bit of time, maybe a couple hours grinding Piliku Jail just to show you what the money's like. I might test a few other grind spots if I don't think the money's good, or if I think I might be able to make more silver somewhere else. And basically just find the most optimal path. If I was playing BDO new, how I would use the most optimal way of getting to endgame. And basically a lot of this is just going to be me doing quests. So if you're not interested in watching that, like, I get it. You don't need to watch it. This probably isn't the most useful thing for most of my subscribers. to be honest, because I know most of you guys have a decent idea on what you need to do. You're not in the beginning of the game, right? You're more mid game. I think most of my subscribers are more in that mid game to end game territory. I don't think I got that many new players. But I could be wrong. If you are a new player and you are subscribed, just let me know. So the first thing I'd recommend is definitely just edit your UI with how you feel comfortable. Now, I want to keep it as similar as I have on my EU account. But now I can't remember what I have on my EU account. So I might just skip that, to be honest. And I recommended it, but I mean, I guess a new player, you wouldn't even know what what UI you'd want. I usually have my Black Spirit here. I'm actually, let me put the Black Spirit on. How do I edit it again? Press LB. Because we're going to be opening this a lot. It's on my hotbar, but I will be getting rid of the Black Spirit on my hotbar as I level up. I've got to find out where. That's Black Spirit Rage. And in terms of like how often I can post this, I'm not sure. I'll try and get like play a couple hours at least a week on this account. And I'm just going to record everything and I'm just going to pop it up there. So I've probably gone past it. Well, I've definitely gone past it. Oh, there it is. Okay, let me just switch that to Black Spirit. And I didn't press save. Okay, whatever. We'll come back and do that later. So we gotta kill these guys, open the Black Spirit. If you're ever not sure, if you ever get lost as a new player and you don't know what to do, open your Black Spirit. It's down on your D-pad. So just again, you press down on your D-pad, opens this guy up over here. Come up to main quest and see if there's any main quest you gotta use, you gotta pop. And a returning player. I guess I haven't played on my NA account for a while, so it considers me a returning player. Is this gonna give me something? Oh, okay. Some money, that's always good. Some money and some M-frags. Lovely. Actually, one thing I do want to check is, as a new player or a returning player, what are the attendance rewards? Because I think you get some cool stuff. Alright, so event, level 57 Traveler's Kits. So, yeah, I think if you just hit 57, you get some decent money right there. That's actually really good money. A little bit armor stones, a little bit memory. 20 memory fragments, not bad. It's pretty good. Not so great. Stacks is always good. I mean, early game this isn't too helpful, but it's definitely gonna propel you to be able to get like stuff like a Jira Ogre a little bit quicker. Cronstone is not great. Help kits, these are always nice. Shaka 2 box is really nice. Cowan Blessings, good. Gold bars, really good. 50 mil. Stacks is good. 50 stack? Yeah, these are pretty good rewards. And then I think this is just the regular login rewards. I'm doing this like, this is going to get reset on Wednesday in a couple of days as of the recording of this video. It is currently Monday. Well, it's technically Tuesday now. It's very early morning Tuesday. And you don't need to... Actually, no, we do need to kill some more foxes. So we're going to kill some more foxes here. I'm talking a bit more on this first video because, again, I need to remind myself of all the stuff that like a new player doesn't have. Because I've played BDO for a very long time now. It's been pretty much since launch. Not exactly launch day, but I've got a lot of stuff on my account that I'm not going to have access to in as a new player. Like, yeah, I'm just kind of repeating myself now, but traversing the game with not everything I'm used to is going to be interesting. And everything's blue. Chat group?
There are orders from Princess Durette.
Often.
Okay.
Chat groups I'm not too familiar with. I've also taken a relatively decent break from BDO. So these last couple updates, these last couple things that have come out, I'm not too in line with it. But yeah, let's try and speed through this as quick as we can. And as of the next patch, it's going to be a really good time to play BDO for new players because you're going to get 300% extra EXP and 50% for your skill point EXP, which is going to be fantastic. That is really going to help you guys a lot. So here we go. I definitely recommend talking to all question marks. If you see a question mark, make sure you talk to them because it's going to give you knowledge. Knowledge is important in the game. I'm not going to really explain what it is now. When it's more relevant, we'll go over it then. But just know that if you talk to people, knowledge will increase on your account, and knowledge is an important thing for people that want to take BDO seriously. You know, you really enjoy the game, and you want to sink your teeth into it, spend a lot of time on it. You're eventually going to come back and have to do the knowledge anyway, so you might as well just do it on your first playthrough so you're not double handling. You don't want to waste your time. You want to be efficient. Well, I want to be efficient, and I'm just making the assumption that maybe some of the people watching this video also want to be efficient. So there's a question mark to my left, but I've got to get outside the stone chamber. If there's some question marks that's hard to get to, you don't have to go talk to them. It's not super duper important. But if it's easy, you might as well just plow through and get that done ASAP. I think that question mark was over here somewhere. Was it one of the guys at the stone chamber? I just wasn't paying attention in the beginning. Yes. Alright, here we go. So people like this, just talk to them, get knowledge on them. As you get knowledge, your energy is going to increase. If you look on the top left of the screen, unfortunately, this is console, so I can't just mouse over it. I just have to verbally describe where it is. If you were to look on the top left of your screen, you see my health bar, and you'll see 3 numbers above it. There's a sword and axe, that is skill points. Then there is an arm in muscular pose, and that is your energy. Energy is important if you want to get into life skilling. It's a very good form of money, and if that is something you're interested in, even if you're not interested in it, energy's got some other uses as well. So either way, you do want to increase that number, and one way you can increase that number is by expanding on your knowledge. And that final number on the top left part of your screen is something called contribution points. Contribution points, you really don't need to worry about it at this point in the game at all. But the way you get it is mainly questing, and later on, if you do enjoy life skilling, you can power level your contribution points to a certain extent with using cooking. I don't have that unlocked yet. With using cooking and alchemy. But don't worry about that too much. It's very important for life skillers. However, like I said, at this stage of the game, it just doesn't mean much to you. And whenever you see a quest objective complete, that just basically means either open your Black Spirit or check your mini-map, and it will have a place for you pointed to go. As you complete quests as well, you get these inventory expansions. As a new player, this is really valuable. Ah, that's what my inventory used to be. Okay, my muscle memory. Okay, now so I know what my inventory used to be, so I should put inventory here. Character, inventory, Y to save. There we go. So yeah, I would recommend putting inventory here. You could put inventory as your first item. If you're a person that likes the PvP, I would leave escape as the first item on your menu. That's actually pretty useful for some PvP stuff that you'll be doing in the future. But here we go, inventory expansions. As you can see, this is my inventory. These are all the available slots that I could put items in, and these are the lock slots. The way you can get more slots to put items in is with these inventory expansion items here that you get through questing. Obviously, there is a Pearl Shop variant. However, yeah, if you don't want to spend money on the game, you don't have to. And it says learn more about mature speed. So if you're not sure, look on your mini map. So on the top right of your screen, again, I can't point to it with a mouse cursor because I'm on console. The top right of your screen, you'll see a mini map. If you're ever not sure what to do, you're in a quest and you're a bit confused on what needs to be done, just follow the line on your mini map until to see where it goes. And we've got a question mark here, so I'm just going to talk to it. And you'll see there's some red stuff, there's some red and yellow dots on my minimap. So these guys here, these are the red dots. These are the non-quest related NPC or slash monsters. And this is the quest related. Even looking at it, it says quest objective. All that means is you need to kill this guy for your quest. And that's usually what most of the quests are. You don't have a pet at the beginning. That's something I forgot about. So if you see them drop something, so if you see a little shiny thing on the ground, hold Y to pick it up. And we'll keep going. Do I have any pets on this account? I'm pretty sure you start with a pet. Because this isn't a brand new account. I've made this NA account like over a year ago. But I literally haven't played it, so... how would I get to pets? That'd be life skill? No. Okay, so let me edit. This one here used to be pets. I gotta find pets, so if you just give me a minute. Traversing this UI is very confusing at the beginning, but like once you put everything where you want it, so this top section here you can completely edit to how you want. And also in the recently used, let's say, let me put something here like skills, right? If I go here, whenever you click on something, it comes into your recently used, so you can get back to it quicker after finding it the first time. And if you deem it something important, it's not as important as the stuff that you've put on your top the top hotbar. You can also lock it into place here. Press right trigger, lock on menu, and now this will not refresh. Basically, what would happen is going all the way down the screen, but on the right-hand side of my screen, you're going to have a bunch of stuff that opens. So let me just give you an example. So if I do fairy, it's probably not going to work because I don't have a fairy. But it still went up there. Information, ranking. You can see this keeps increasing. Go here, knowledge. So this will keep going, and then at a certain point when this page fills up, the last looked at stuff will disappear. So that's why if you don't want them to disappear, you can lock them in place. And now it says quest complete, but we're not opening the Black Spirit this time. We're just looking at our mini-map. It tells us to go somewhere. So we're going to go to this dude over here and talk to him. There we go. Oh, we get some login rewards. Very nice. And now we got to kill some imps. Ninja is probably one of the slower characters, to be honest, that you're going to start with, because you don't really have that many clearing skills. Do I have any better weapons? Check your inventories. Make sure that if you get something better, just equip it in the early game. They're going to be just throwing a lot of basic gear and bits and bobs at you. So make sure that when they give you something new, that you put it on, because it's probably going to be an upgrade. By probably, it's pretty much most definitely going to be an upgrade because you don't have anything early game. So we got something new here. There we go. Let's get that 10 AP. I wonder... I think it's 56 as well for succession. I was wondering like what level I can get my succession stuff. I think it's the same as Awakening. It will take a while to go through the storyline, and I think from here I'm going to mute my mic. I'm just going to go over the bits and bobs. One thing we do want to get is a pet pretty much as soon as possible. It's not super important right now, but it's not going to take long before having a pet is going to be extremely beneficial. But here we're going to our first little town, Western Guard Camp. And there's going to be a lot of question marks, so just make sure as a new player you come up to all these question marks and talk to them. I don't know if I'm going to be doing that religiously my entire playthrough because, again, this is not an account I'm going to be playing on in the future. I'm going to be going back onto my EU account. And also, if you're an EU player, I would not recommend playing on NA, and if you're an NA player, I would not recommend playing on EU. One of the main reasons is, do I have Ghost Step? I have Ghost Step. So if you see, when I Ghost Step here, there's like a little delay on the cooldown. It's actually taking longer than 1 second, and that's because of ping. If you have really good internet, you can get away with it. My internet's pretty bad, so when I put my bad internet on top of my location, where I'm connecting to US servers, I'm waiting like 1.5 seconds instead of 1 second for my Ghost Step. It affects some classes more than others. Awakened Ninja, it affects a lot. Like if you want to play something like Awakened Ninja, if you got to wait an extra 0.5 second for your Ghost Step to come off cooldown, that's pretty significant, and you're not going to be able to do more than half the stuff in terms of movement that you would be able to do otherwise. So yeah, I would highly not recommend being on different servers. Stick on the server that you're on and don't change it. If there's anything else, pets is something we want to get relatively quickly. Something else is going to be useful for early game is quests. So if you look on my hotbar, left trigger and down on the D-pad will open my quest menu, but I am going to find it on here because, like I said, I will be changing my hotbar, like my character's hotbar, relatively soon. So that's not going to be staying on there. So now I need to find where quests would be. Here we go, adventure. So suggested quest is an important one, and one of the ones I'd recommend probably getting done earlier is these pet ones. These are priceless. You get 3 free pets just for jumping into the game, and PA will give you a bunch of free pets as well. I'm pretty sure as a new player you get a free pet these days, not when I created my account, unfortunately. So you guys, if you're new, you should be able to get a free pet as well. It won't just be given to you. I think as an attendance reward, so you might have to wait like a week or something, but you will get it. Because I remember my friend saying, like, one of my friends that bought the game recently said they gave him a pet in like the first couple days. The second day he was playing, maybe, I can't remember exactly, but yeah, he got one of those. So I'm pretty sure you guys will get one of those too. Attendance rewards. There was no pet for it. So if you're a returning player, I get it. If you're a returning player, they don't give you a pet because then, you know, I just won't play for a month and I'll get a free pet. So I understand why they don't do it for returning players. Why isn't this guy? It's question mark. There we go. I don't know why his question. So you can see as my energy is increasing for talking to these boys and girls, and I didn't accept the quest. Make sure after you talk to someone, you probably have to talk to them again. So when you hand in a quest, you finish a quest, it says, oh, go to talk to this NPC. You complete the quest, you actually have to talk to them again, usually, to get your next quest. And I'd 100% recommend being on all of your servers as a new player so you can get extra EXP. I think it's 100% extra EXP for being on these servers, and people can't PvP you. In this early game, well, you can't get PvP'd until level 50 anyway, even on main servers, but I think even after level 50 on this one, you can't PvP each other. And, you know, it's a safe space. If you don't want to PvP, you want to learn the game, you don't want to get griefed, then, you know, it's good. It's good to have Olvia as an option. So we're going to have to come up here and kill some more imps. And also you want to learn some skills. That's one thing that I haven't done for my class. I already know all the skills for my class. A lot of it I just don't have unlocked right now, so I can't use them. But yeah, one thing you definitely want to do as you're leveling up is learn skills. Shadow Slash, these ones aren't too useful for me right now. Is there anything new that I can unlock? Not really. I can just upgrade the stuff that I already have. So as a ninja, what's probably going to help you the most? Oh, I can't even level these up. Level 9, I should be able to do something. Oh, I think it's just learning new skills. I'm not going to waste skill points from Shadow Slash. So we've got Crescent Slash, Ankle Cutter, Fatal Blow, Ghost Greeting. These are all not great clearing skills. Fatal Blow's okay. Fox Claw, Ninja Step. Oh, sorry, Shadow Stomp. Alright, we'll just continue. Nothing worth learning at the minute. Yeah, the early game on Ninja is going to be slower than other classes. You're not going to be hitting hard at all. But that will change pretty significantly by endgame, for sure. Yeah, these guys are pretty... Did I get a new weapon? Got some armor. I did get a new weapon. I can use some more AP. I really want my Malice. Malice and Blade Spin. Blade Spin I don't think I get for a while. But I'm pretty sure Malice doesn't take too long. And as you can see, as we're killing monsters as well, we're getting knowledge. Getting S knowledge on mobs is kind of important. I wouldn't spend too much time in the early game, because right now you can see like you have to beat these guys up a little bit to kill them. So I wouldn't worry too much about getting S knowledge or anything in the beginning. But later on, having this high knowledge on the mobs is going to increase your total knowledge. And one of the passive buffs of having high knowledge is extra drop rate. It's not going to be a lot, but it will be significant if you play a lot. So it goes all the way up to from 2%, I think it starts. Maybe it starts a bit higher than that. Up to 20% extra drop rate for rare items. That's going to be the stuff that you're either going to sell to make your income, or in some cases it's going to be stuff that you actually need for upgrades. So it will save you money because you won't have to buy them from the central market. So in this main quest, make sure you just pick up everything. It's all going to be kind of useful. Here you go. So we've got a little value pack here. I'm not going to pop it right now. Value pack is going to be super important. Item, this is basically like your monthly subscription because you kind of need it, in my opinion, to play the game. I mean, you don't have to have it. You can play the game without it, but there's just so many benefits between the inventory slots, between the weights. But the main thing is you don't get taxed on the marketplace. But if you're a new player, you're not sure if you want to stick into this game, obviously don't spend your money on it straight away. Save this value pack for now. We'll pop it later when we need it. The main thing you're going to use it for is selling items on the central market. So I'm going to be playing as a free-to-play player, and I'll be holding on to that value pack. And then once I got a bunch of stuff that I can sell on the central market, that's when I'll be cashing in and making the most of the value pack. There you go. So don't forget to re-talk to someone after you complete a quest, because usually you need to do that. It's interesting to see people talking about Ninja in a positive light over here in this beginner chat group. I'm assuming this is the Olvio chat group is just blue. I don't know. If you guys know what chat group is, pop it down and enlighten me, because I think that is one of the updates that I missed. I remember them talking about something about chat groups, but they didn't. I'm happy to see people are using it, and it's interesting to see that newer players are more embracing it because I don't see this on regular servers. Or maybe it's just NA. Maybe like if NA people embrace this a bit more. And we're gonna have to kill 50 imps. So as you can see, it's not the most exciting stuff, but maybe the lore is more interesting, and if you're interested in that, that's good, because you'll get more out of the game, to be honest. And if I sound a bit low-toned, some people might sound a bit down. I'm not down, it's just really early in the morning. And I don't want to talk too loud because people are sleeping in the house and I don't want to wake them. And I'm not a morning person, so I'm not super energetic when I wake up. And this is one thing I'd recommend all new players to do, is whatever class you play, you are going to lock your evasion, which I need to find out where it is. There we go. Press down on the D-pad. Oh no, it's down for me. I think it's left stick. Let me change. Yeah, it's click in your left stick, and that will lock it. There we go. And if you are a new player, here's something I would suggest. If you are a new player, and again, if you're a PvP orientated person in most games that you play, / all games that you play, and the reason you want to play this game is because you've seen some PvP footage and that's something you're going to be interested in, I'd recommend making some changes to your controller setup. Go to My Games and Apps, see all. And this one here, Xbox accessories, PlayStation users, I don't know if you have this for your I don't know if you have this for your setup, but if you're able to do this for your platform, if you can, I would recommend it. As you can see here, I've made some changes to my controller setup. I'll make a new one now to show you guys how to do it if you're not sure. A lot of this is the same. I don't know why I've got so many different presets. It's just I've had, it's stuff I've done over the years. But let's make a new profile. Let's call it new BDO. So new BDO player. I'd recommend just doing this to get used to using this in muscle memory because it is going to help you in PvP for sure. So these back buttons is up to you. These aren't as important in what order you put them in. It's whatever order you feel comfortable with. I would recommend just keeping it the regular input, so A, X, B, and Y. It's inverted here, so I think for me, I like having this at B. This is more personal preference. Don't worry about the shift button, to be honest. That's not as important. You don't even need to put a shift button version in there. And I think that's how I like it. So that's A, Y. Yeah, B is under A. Yep. Now over here, this is the main thing. So this side, whatever you feel comfortable with. But this is what's really going to help you out on the PvP side of things for the future. And this is something you want to get used to with your muscle memory. It's going to be a bit disorientating at the beginning because your screen is going to tell you to press one button, but that's not actually the button you're going to be pressing if you are learning. But overall, in terms of late game, it's going to be pretty game changing for you, especially depending on what class you play. It's going to benefit some classes more than others. So the right click on your D-pad, I would change it into right on your D-pad. So your right thumbstick clicking it in, I'd change it to right on your D-pad. Your left thumbstick clicking it in, I would change on to down on your D-pad. And then, just so you don't lose the inputs, you're then going to come over here and change this to right click. There we go. And this one to left click. And hopefully that is the same. So let me slot this into slot 2. Yeah, it's exactly the same. And basically, like I said, just get used to the muscle memory now because this is going to help you out. Currently clicking in the left stick and clicking in the right stick is completely useless for PvP and actually can be detrimental if you accidentally click in your right stick during a PvP scenario. You're going to put away your weapons. Whereas now, clicking these left sticks, right sticks is going to activate skills. I guess it's still detrimental if you activate the wrong skill at the wrong time. It's bad, but activating a skill is better than accidentally activating the wrong skill is better than putting away your weapon. So when you come into the game now, so if I press down, this is pressing my left stick in is summoning my Black Spirit. Pressing my right stick in is bringing up the menu. And then pressing right on my D-pad is putting away my weapon. And pressing down on the D-pad is auto-pathing. So those are just some things you will have to get used to. But I would definitely recommend as a new player, or even as an existing player, to do that. Because, yeah, it's going to help you in the future. Now we're going to go kill a bunch of imps and get to Velia. I think when I get to Velia, I'm going to stop doing the quests and do the pet quests. Well, the first pet quest. I think I actually might do all the pet quests. I'm pretty sure you just talk to people for the pet quests and they give you stuff. If we have to kill stuff, I won't be able to do like the other ones. I might just be able to do the first one. But having one pet is like the biggest upgrade. From 0 to 1 pet is a bigger upgrade than 1 to 2 or 2 to 3. Because it just is. That first pet is probably one of the most important things that you will be picking up. And also another thing, like over here you see I'm getting low on mana, WP, the yellow bar underneath my health bar. That's basically what's required to use your, most of your skills require you to use WP. And if you want to get that back, just auto attacking the mobs, which is right bumper. That would be R1 for PlayStation players. Will obviously damage the mobs and it will replenish your mana. There are also some skills that will replenish your mana depending on your class. But just for the early game, you don't have access to a lot of your skills, so that's probably, well, it is going to be one of your main forms of regenerating outside of passive regeneration. And also, I've got muscle memory for very different cooldowns than I'm using right now. Obviously, all the skills are low level, so there's going to be a lot of times that you're going to see me randomly grab instead of doing a ninja step because the cooldown is twice as long. Well, it's not twice as long, but it is a couple seconds longer. I think it's 5 or 6 seconds for max level. Absolute. Okay, so now you can see like, oh, well, what do I do? It says unaccepted quests. So let's go over here, see if we've got any quests. Oh, look at that. We got some quests, and that is what we need to do. If for some reason it's not here, oh, we just got another value pack. No. We have my Black Spirit again. Okay, and if you want to know more about your quests, using this quest one here, which is left trigger and down as well, this will give you more information about quests. So we've got some ongoing quests. That wasn't it. what's this one? Another value pack. The Black Spirit gave you a special gift to help you free up your inventory and weight. Upon your inventory and use of value pack the Black Spirit gave you, you must obtain knowledge on the value pack to complete quest. Okay, so this basically is when you pop the value pack that it gave you, you get another value pack, which is pretty cool, but we're not going to do that. We're going to save that for now. This is going to be an ongoing quest for a while, because we definitely won't be doing that. And also, oh, no, I want to invite this person to my party. If you see other people doing the quest line, like doing the stuff that you're doing, invite them to party, because, let me put my keyboard into my Xbox real quick. Because it's gonna you killing stuff and her killing stuff is gonna count to each other's stuff, so it's gonna help you out. I'm going up to my weapons drawn away right now, and as you can see, it's a question mark, which means she's already in a party. So I'm gonna hopefully she knows. Invite me to party, please. Hopefully she knows how to do it. If not, no big deal. But okay, if you hold left and you go up to the person with your weapons put away, this wheel comes up, and if you see a hand, like two hands shaking, that means you can invite that person to party. If you see a question mark, it means that person's already in a party, and that's probably a new player, so I don't think, unfortunately, they know how to invite someone to the party. Other ways you can go about inviting people to party is someone's talking in chat, you can press left trigger and A, and saying whisper or block. Okay, I guess this is not a way. Well, I guess world chat, they can be on a different server. I guess there's chat group stuff as well. These people all on different servers. Okay, if the person's on the same server as you, so you can randomly find. Okay, I guess Olvia 2 is not very popular. If someone talks and they're in the same server as you, then you can invite them to party. And like I said, if you see some shiny stuff on the ground, just pick that up. That's just Y or triangle for PlayStation players. Just go over and hold it. Cooldowns. See, right now, if I was in a party with this sort, we would both be going through this mission a lot faster. And don't try and attack the same mob as somebody else, because the person that does most damage, that's going to be the person that gets the mob kill. That didn't count for her, because it counted for me. It will count for both of you, regardless of whether one person does damage to the mob or not, if you're in a party together, but you will have to be in range. The range is relatively decent, so you can split up a good amount and still be in range of each other. Oh, we got Ninja Step. I'm going to have to learn that. That's definitely something you want to learn. It's not going to help you clearing, but it's going to help you getting from A to B a bit faster. You don't need to kill that. I'm gonna have to kill who's following me. Alright, let's look at these skills. Okay, well, I'll probably upgrade Fatal Blow since I'm using it a lot. Floor Sweep literally does no damage, so I'm not going to be upgrading that. Target Chase, it's useful, but I don't think I'm going to be spending skill points on that right now. The passive stuff I'm not spending skill points on right now. We get the Ninja Step, and that's it. That's Ninja Step right there. It's a super long cooldown because it's only level 1, but it will just help you move around a little bit faster, speed things up for you. And we are almost done. I got a feeling there's going to be another one killing specific versions of these guys, if I remember correctly. Then we're going to have Red Nose not long after.
If others find out, we're done. I don't know.
Or do we have Red Nose now? Looks like we've got Red Nose now, I think. Yeah, we do. I don't know, it's going to be pretty hard at the minute. I don't think it's going to be too bad. But with my regular account, I just one-shot this guy, but since the imps are a bit difficult, I wonder if this boss is going to be a bit more difficult. Normally you want to stay out of red circles, but I already know that that red circle was from this player's red nose and not mine. So I didn't bother dodging it. But I will dodge this one. Wasn't too terrible. Got another weapon upgrade. Put those on as quickly as you can. Again, if you're not sure, open your Black Spirit, see if there's anything here, and there is. So we will continue. Got these inventory expansions, gonna keep popping those.
We finally defeated Red Nose, our mortal enemy. Your name will surely go.
Alright, and that guy gave us a little 2-minute movement speed bonus, which is gonna be nice so we can get to Velia a little bit faster. And one thing you're going to want to do is go to My Stats, press left bumper twice or right bumper twice, and see, oh, we actually got a tier 7 horse. Nice. See if there's any rewards that are worth grabbing. I mean, can't do anything with that. It's not too useful for me right now. That was good. I will take this. We're not going to use it yet. Every single day, this will reset, and you'll be able to grab one of these mercenary 60-minute 200% EXPs. Just hold on to these. Don't pop them yet. At this stage of the game, it's not worth. Hold on to them. They'll be super worth it later when we actually have some gear and we can actually do some grinding. By the time you get to the point where it's worth popping, you'll have a bunch of them saved and you can upgrade them to the 600% version, which is just more efficient for your time. It's exactly the same. It's like, oh, you can pop 3 200%, but you change 3 200% into a 600%, which obviously just saves you 2 hours for the same extra EXP boost. So it's definitely worth. Also, just if there's a chat option, talk to them. That number was basically energy. It took me 5 energy to talk to the guy. He just gave me a little thing that's probably just going to give me some knowledge that might eventually accumulate to increase my energy. But chat options aren't always useful, to be honest. Sometimes they are, so check them out. There was a few question marks in town, so we talked to the question marks. And also, I'm kind of discovering, as I'm going to be doing this little walkthrough kind of gameplay, there's a lot of stuff I'm going to be rediscovering, and there's a lot of stuff that I'm going to do just passively through muscle memory. So if I do something you're not sure, just ask me, Put a timestamp in, be like, hey, how did you do this at 28 minutes 32 seconds or whatever? So I can just quickly go there and be like, hey, what did I do? Oh, I did that. Okay, oh, this is what I did to do that. Because like there's a lot of stuff that I'm just gonna automatically do without even thinking about. Whereas you guys maybe you don't know how to do it. It's like, oh, what happened? Magic. He pressed something and something I wanted. Something happened that I want to know how it happened. So just ask me and I will answer those questions as best I can. And there is a lot. So when you go into like a new town or city, there's going to be a lot of question marks. Definitely just take a second, go talk to everyone, so you can get knowledge on them. Okay, cutscene. Like I said, this playthrough is not for lore. I apologize for those people that might be interested in it. If you are interested in it, just spend your time in your playthrough. This is more of a guide just to show you guys how I would do it, right? And you can watch this and do it at the same time, like kind of like a podcast for endgame players. What we do, well, I say what we do, what some of us do, like myself, is as I'm grinding, I'll have a podcast open or like some TV channels, TV series that I'm watching or a movie. Nothing too intense. I don't usually put on good TV or good movies that I actually want to concentrate on, because you're not really paying too much attention to what's happening on the other screen. But as you're playing it, have me open on the side, and you can see like how you're doing. Are you keeping up with me? Are you ahead of me? Are you behind me? Maybe as you're playing, be like, oh, there's something he did that I wanted to do, so you'll go back and do it. One of the main things is going to be these question marks. Definitely take your time. I can't stress enough how useful this is. Is there a process? Can you get into this house? I guess you can get into this house. Yeah, you can. Alright, I didn't even know you can get into this house. There we go. Something new every day. That's what we learn.
Is there something you need?
So as you can see, my energy is increasing.
I would rather become a pirate with a drifting soul than a farmer.
Chat option. We'll take that. Give him 3 energy. Oh, you gotta get knowledge on other NPCs. So some question marks like that one, that's something I completely forgot about, will require you to talk to other people first before you can unlock them on the minimap, like on like this person as well. Some of it is a bit more complicated than that though. It's not just talking to other players or other characters. It will be, you actually have to get amity with some specific characters that they'll let you know. And that's a completely different thing that's not super important. It's honestly, even for myself, I've kind of left those question marks because it's not. I want to talk to. There we go.
So how did the cat even end up here?
We're not going to take that quest, but thank you.
May the grace of our Lord Elion.
So as you can see, it's kind of tedious.
Lord Elion has guided me to Velia.
But why isn't he unlocking? Hello?
I love Velia. Even the smiles of the children here are lovely.
Okay, maybe that's just a bug on this guy. But after I do these question marks in Velia, I'm just going to do it once just to show you guys. I'm probably not going to do this to every town I go through in my playlist, in this playthrough, because, like I said, this is not an account I plan on staying on. This is not an account that I plan on progressing very far after I achieve what I want to do with this mini-series. So I'm not going to waste too much time of my time in the future talking to these guys, but this is not a waste of time if it's for your account, on your primary account, because this is essential. Energy is really important. It's really, really important in BDO, and it's something you're going to want plentiful of. Because one of the good things about energy is it's not specific. Your total energy pool is not specific to one character. And what I mean by that is don't rent. Okay, before I explain what I mean. If you see rent, don't rent stuff. We're not renting anything. Actually, a flute. Got level 7 horse.
Please treat pets well.
Require. Okay, I'm gonna actually rent this fruit. No, not return it. I want to rent it. I'm gonna rent it. I got a feeling it's probably pretty useless. I got a feeling the range is gonna be terrible, but we will see. Also, sell your junk loot to NPCs that have shops. So the horse guy over here has a shop. The old weapons that you had, they're junk. So get rid of those. We'll be equipping these earrings. And I got a horse here, so I'm gonna go register my mounts. Darcy, here we go. We got a female Darcy. And we have a horse. Yay. We'll come back to you later. But we need to talk to Igor Bartali.
There was a time when I dreamed of being a great adventurer. Ended up returning.
Not going to return the flute. Do you have to talk to the chef inside here?
You will admire me once you taste it.
And have we met the requirements to be able to talk to these people yet? Yes, we have. Okay. Oh, that person already had talked to. There we go. So yeah, if someone doesn't unlock when you talk to them the first time, it might be because you have to talk to some other people. So talk to everyone else in that town, and then come back and see if it works. I think we've talked to everyone. It's just the church guy that seems to be a bit bugged. So we'll go back and see. Oh no, this is a different guy. Old Moon. Okay, looks like we have talked to everyone in Velia now, except the church dude. So I'm gonna go back and see if I can do that. And that's going to be it for me talking to random question marks for the rest of this mini-series. Unless there's a specific NPC that's important, obviously I'll talk to him.
May the grace of our Lord Elion be with you at all.
I don't know, maybe you have to cleanse a gear with this dude before his question mark gets unlocked. Or it might be a bug. I'm not 100% sure, to be honest. But let's continue our story quest line here. It says go to the trade manager. Okay.
I'm a merchant. I'm
Oh,
bargaining
no.
in my dreams.
Alright, well we don't actually want to go to the trade manager. That's... talk to Austin the Alchemist. I thought we already talked to him. But again, if you're ever confused, come over here, press navigate as well in your quests, and this will tell you where to go. So if you ever get lost, if you're ever unsure, quests is one of your biggest helpers, especially in the early game. I'd recommend probably as an early game player to lock this because you're going to want to use this a lot. Main quest is another way as well. So if you press right bumper once, you go to main quests. The very first one, that's where you're going to be. So that's another way you can track it. And you got a bunch of stuff suggested. These pet ones are really, really good. And the inventory expansions are really, really good as well. Those are two must completes, as well as the main quest line. Those are the things you really, really want to do.
My friend,
Again, we're just going to be
greater
skipping
world
that.
awaits your discovery. The time spent on
Make sure you go to the quest thing again after completing.
Come look for me often
As
for your own good.
that will then start your next quest. If not, you have to re-talk to your NPC. So now we're going to go talk to Igor Bartali himself. the main townskeep, the chief of the town. I don't know what his actual title is. Oh, it is chief. There you go. He's chief of the town.
When I dreamed of being a great adventurer,
So we're going to get the main quest from him, and I think we're going to get this one as well. Novelia storage?
admit that I regret it.
No, it's not Velia storage.
It would be wise to
That's
go
return
to the
fleet.
shores
Okay,
of
let
a
me...
small
So
island.
we're going to go to quest, we're going to go to suggested. Maybe it is Velia storage? Oh, maybe I have to do some more quests before it unlocks, because I don't think it's called Velia. So what's the name of this quest?
My head.
You could tell it... I'm pretty sure it's not this, but I'm going to accept it. It's definitely not that, because the reward... See the storage keeper. Okay, so again, if you are confused, not that. Go over here, go to ongoing, Velia storage, navigate. That's, if you have confused, navigate is the biggest helper you can have. In the future, there's going to be a few things where navigate might not be as useful. What you'll have to do, I need to, world map needs to come up here as well. Edit. Oh, I pressed B. Ugh, that's so annoying. Make sure you press Y to save. There we go. Definitely recommend putting world map on there. Oh, this is weird. I've got my map all unlocked. You'll have to go to places to unlock them. Now, why the hell did I want to open my world map? Ah, okay. So sometimes quests can be a bit confusing because your way marker will tell you to come one place. There's actually multiple places you need to go to. So the way you, if you ever stuck on one of those kind of quests, is open your map. This quest icon, you might see the quest icon. Imagine these two quest icons are the same. Let's say, oh, I also need to come over here, and then there's another quest icon here, and there's another quest icon here. So then you'll have to manually just press X, and then that will take you to where you need to go. So keep that in mind. I'll bring that back up when one of those types of quests are introduced later. So we're gonna talk to this dude over here.
Plan on crafting. You should leave your materials in the
There
storage.
we go. I'm gonna deposit my cronstones. Ah, and we can get the pet. So if you are watching now, I don't even know how. I don't think I actually can get this on my NA account because everything's linked to my EU account. I'll have to figure it out later. But if you are playing right now, you can actually get a tier 4 pet, which is amazing. So I'd definitely recommend that you guys do that. It's going to be super helpful. It's really, really good. So definitely get that done ASAP. There we go. We're going to sell our gold bars to him. Currency exchange is how you do those. And I'm just making space in my inventory because I know that's going to fill up relatively quickly. I don't really need money right now. And how much does it cost to put a pre-order on a pet? 40 mil at the minute. This is probably one of the first things you want to do. The first 50 odd mil that you get is probably going to go on a pet. You want to get pets. You want to max out to 5 pets ASAP. But yeah, not too important at the minute. So again, not sure what to do. There we go. Use your quest, use your navigate, and that'll point you in the right direction.
But from time to time, it's a comedy. Curious about Crone?
And this NPC here, so this is an important note. Oh, she's got a cutscene now as well. Okay, they're doing a better job of telling the narrative, even though I'm completely skipping it. Wow, that's this stuff.
Sister
Does it
Clarence
go
is always
away
full of
after I ask her
customers.
about it?
Should I change my location?
It does.
You looked
Okay.
for me before my sister, right?
Well, then just ask her about everything. This is probably all this stuff is probably giving me knowledge right now.
That's a joke.
I'd imagine.
Buy a potion. I have potions.
Obviously, read it. Some of that information might be useful.
Sister Clarence is always full of customers.
So we're going to get the main quest from this character, and we're also actually going to get the side quest, because I know this one gives an inventory slot. If you were to come to quests and go to suggested, this is actually one of the inventory expansions, as you can see here, Eileen's request. So that's the other way to find it. All these are pretty important, but we're not going to focus on them too much right now at the very beginning. We'll come back and probably do those after we do the main quest line. The rest of those. You can do it whenever you want. That's just the order I like to do it in. Okay, so we got the inventory expansion. Thank you very much. Let's go back over here and navigate. Okay, so I do have to go that way. The horse at the minute is going to be pretty bad because it's going to have no skills and it's level 0. Oh, that's one thing I want to do. And one of the main things you want to do is grab just a basic saddle for the horse. Oh, it's going to show me all the... This is for a horse, not a camel, right? Horse and camel. Oh, come on, dudes. We'll just put a pre-order down for one of these. It's all the thingies. That is unfortunate. Just put a pre-order down. It will get filled eventually. That's not for a horse. That's for an elephant. And those are the only ones that have anything on the market. So we're going to have to wait a little while before those come through. Might as well get some shoes. Oh, I can't remember what the shoes are called. They're not called shoes. Oh, they are called. They're horseshoes. Okay. I think one of them's better for speed. That's this one. That's unfortunate. Okay, I'm not gonna... Don't worry about getting any of the stuff for your suit. Just get a saddle. Saddle's going to be important for when it learns sprint. If it learns sprint, hopefully it does.
How much longer will this nightmare last? There are various farms here in Velia. Go visit them all.
Again, don't forget to talk to them again. Go to the main quest options, because if you don't, you'd have to do what I did and actually go back in the chat thing. So I said I'm not going to talk to question marks, but you know, this guy's just so on the way. Why not? You know? I'm not going to go out of my way to talk to question marks from now on. I'll put it like that. Let's see, does this flute have good range? Oh, what? You equip it? Oh, this is not what I thought it was. Okay, nah. Yeah, we're returning that flute ASAP. I thought this might have been a flute for like summoning your what's it called? Horse.
Spent a day catching up to find
But
out what
that means I'm gonna
goblins
have
are
to.
up to. Goblins
I wanted to test the range on it. Just honestly, it doesn't matter which one you select. So I'm just gonna select the first one here. We level up. Oh, we learned mana. Did I actually learn mana? So I gotta And it does no damage because they're too high level. Oh, is it just a very low damage skill at level 1? Maybe it's just a very low damage skill. Oh, okay, just no damage. Okay. Yeah, the early game for Ninja is rough, but it might seem like a long time, but this is just the beginning of your journey. So don't worry about it. I'm probably going to get my horse just so I can start leveling it up. I wanted to test the range of the flute to see what it was compared to the regular flute that you buy from the Pro Store. You can also buy it from the Central Market. That's another item, a permanent flute. I would definitely recommend buying from the Central Market. There's another good item to... If there's one on the market already, just buy it. If not, I'd probably pre-order the pet first and the flute later. It depends. You might even... I think the flute is probably getting sold more often because a bunch of people got some. So it might actually be worth... You get the flute faster than the pet, maybe. I don't know. Depends if there's any orders on the pet. When we get our first 50 million, I'll talk about the pet and what pet to pre-order. The basic rundown of what pet you should be pre-ordering is going to be the pet that is on sale in the Pro Shop. So you go to all the events on the Pro Shop, see what pets are in these special package deals or what pets are on big discounts, because that will be the stuff that people will be selling on the marketplace more than paying, because this is other people's real money, right? That they're changing real money for silver. So obviously they're going to want to get the most silver for their buck. So you figure out what that's going to be, and then you'll have a good idea of the most likely pet that's going to be sold on the marketplace. And we probably have to talk to him again. Yeah, we're already level 15. Plowing through it. And this is going to be a long journey. This is going to take a decent number of hours to get through everything, because it really, the quests really do take a while. But you get, as a new player, the rewards are freaking amazing. The accessories that you're going to be getting is going to just save you so much time in terms of grinding. The skill point, the quest skill points that you're going to get is going to be super important for later on as well. It's going to save you a lot of time in skill point grind. And by the way, by what I mean about quest skill points is, as you saw me unlocking these skills, this requires skill points. You can see over here, well, just next to this reset all button was the number of skill points I had available, my maximum number. It's the same. You can see it also on right here on this screen. If you look at my health bar, it's the same as that arrow, the sword and the axe, just on the left-hand side, top left-hand side of my health bar. That shows me how many skill points I have available. The difference between, if you look in here, that 28, that just represents the maximum, the number of skill points I've acquired up until now. For Ninja, it's about, I don't know about Succession. I know Awakened Ninja is around 1700, 1800 that you want. Succession, I'm actually not sure what kind of skill points you want. It's probably around 16, I'd imagine, a little bit less. Not 100% certain on that though, so don't quote me. But that's going to be really, really important. And right now, every time we level up our skill points, we're getting 3 skill points per level up. In the future, after a certain point, that's going to get cut down to 1 skill point per level, which drastically increase the amount of time it takes to grind those skill points. And as you get more skill points, it takes longer to level up to get your next amount of skill points. So the more and more skill points you get, the harder it is to level up to get more skill points. And then after a certain point, on top of it getting harder, your reward gets cut down to a third of what it is right now. So by doing quests, you circumvent that. You get like quest skill EXP, which is a little bit different. It's counted separately to grinding EXP, which is what you get for just killing monsters, and that will give you skill points as well as you do. Like there's nothing to show you your quest EXP. It's more in the background, but there is an upper limit for your quest EXP as well, and it will just give you 1 skill point every time like your quest EXP skill point thing levels up. You can't really see it. There's no representation of it, but it basically it's free EXP. It's free skill EXP. It's the amount of time you spend getting that quest skill EXP is a lot less than the amount of time you'd have to spend end game getting those last couple skill points. So it does save you time. Hopefully that made sense. And if stuff goes over your head, don't worry about it too much. As you play the game, it will become pretty apparent to you what I'm talking about now. I'm neglecting my horse. That's unfortunate.
Wait! I'll surrender! I'll surrender!
Are you skilled at hunting? I heard that there are many weapons useful against goblins.
Hey, gave us another little movement speed buff. That's a nice thing that you get during these quests is all these movement speed buffs. It's kind of cool. Speeds things up a little bit, and I'm going the wrong way. Oh, hopefully I can just jump off. Can I come up here? Pay attention to where you're going. I thought I was in a different part of the quest line than I actually am. There we go. Just jump off there. And that's fixed. We will have to go into the castle later. I just forgot I've got to do this bit first. It's been a while since I've... Actually, it's not been that long since I've done the main quest line. I did it relatively recently for Hashashin. Relatively, it was a little while ago. Pretty sure someone has... There we go. We're waiting for Emma Bartali. There we are. Oh, do I have a value pack active? I don't think I do. test something. Oh my god, the price of memfrags. Does it give me a... It doesn't give me a warning. Let me just sell one of these. I think I got a... How have I got a... Oh wait, I know I can check out I got a value pack active. Huh. I got a value pack active on this account. Weird. How? I don't know. Okay, I got a value. Maybe I have no idea how, but I do, so I'm gonna take it. I was thinking maybe it's because on my EU account I have one active. I have one active here, but then I also have a Camera Blessing and everything else active on my EU account. So I don't know. Steal an old document from the Commander Soldier. That's actually up here. So if you get a little bit confused of what you meant to do here, because it's not being clear, you basically come to this guy, get behind him and press Y, and you steal some stuff from him because you're a bad person. And then we're gonna go back and talk to the lady or dude from before. I remember it was a long time ago that when I was a new player, but I do specifically remember there were some quests that I just had no idea what the hell to do. And I had to look them up. And it was really difficult for me to look them up. And I don't know if I'm making it any easier for you guys, but hopefully it's a bit easier for you to find. If you have a problem with the quest, you can come to, I don't know what I'm going to call this. It's kind of a walkthrough, it's kind of a guide. I don't know, we call it Guidethrough. Yeah, Guidethrough. I don't know. If you guys can think of a good name for the series, let me know and I will change it. But I think I'm just going to call it a Guidethrough for now, because I'm kind of guiding a new player through it. But obviously, you don't have to watch the whole thing, but maybe using it as a reference if there's an area in the game that you want some advice about, then it might be good to just check out what I did if you're not sure, if you're not comfortable with making your own decision. Making an optimal decision, because I'm going to be trying to be as optimal as possible and using the knowledge I have to guide myself through this early game experience as quickly as possible. That does not mean I'm going to enjoy my time as much as I could do as a new player. If you want to slow down, do it in your own pace, learn things about the game, read all the subtitles, all that kind of stuff. If that's your enjoyment factor, take your time and play it how you want. If you're more of an optimal player, you just want to get to that end game as quickly as possible, then probably do it the way I'm doing it. Because I will be trying to be as efficient as possible. Now, once you come up here in the tower, just press A on this scroll that's got given to you. Pardon me. Looks like it's early in the morning. And that will get you to the next part of the game. Honestly, don't get that bit. Go through a load screen to go summon a scroll thing to then go into a load screen. But maybe it's important to the lore, I don't know. I do not know. And another big disclaimer, if you're a PvP orientated player, that's what you're here for. If you want to get maximum enjoyment out of PvP, if you want to be able to be the best you can be, I need to see the Black Spirit. In PvP, I would highly recommend that you get the new generation of consoles. If that is something that you are unable to do or you don't want to do within the foreseeable near future, um, you, you're gonna have some issues in terms of PvP. The large scale on the old generation is still not perfect on new gen. There's still problems, but it's really bad on old gen for large scale types of PvP. And if that's what you want to do, you're not gonna have the best experience in old gen. And even just in 1v1s and stuff like that, you get a lot of frame drops, lower frame rates, which is going to be important with old gen. So it's not going to, you're not going to be able to play to your peak abilities unless you're on new generation consoles. And honestly, going forward, I think it's a must for this game. Nothing like, if you want to enjoy the PvE and the other stuff with old gen, you're fine. But if you are someone that what's this? If you are someone that wants to take PvP seriously, yeah, I'd say it's kind of a requirement to be on next gen, to be honest. So, but you know, if you are an old gen, you can overcome that. You can beat the best players that are playing on, not only they're the best players for their class, but they're also on the new generation, then your bragging rights do increase pretty dramatically. But what I would not do if you're an old gen player is blame your console for why you lost. Even if it's true, that's gonna get real old real quick. Because, okay, look at that. That was a shadow stomp. Alright, we're going to have to jump off here. And go back around. That's unfortunate. But yeah, it's one of the things is don't come up, even if it's real, right? It's a problem. Like you did die because you had a free screen there, or because you had a frame drop and your skill didn't go off. You have to just kind of have to learn how to deal with those kind of scenarios, because it's going to be something that happens, and it's something you're going to have to adjust to on previous gen. And no one likes a sore loser, so if you lost the fight, just give him the GGs, and that's that. Right. And if you guys are interested, when I do get a high enough level, I will be going on Succession for the ninja grind. Even the Awakening grind is good at the minute. The buffs that it's got, it's very good. I just prefer Succession. I like the large AoEs. I like the movement. I like the damage. I like everything about it. There are some advantages and disadvantages, but again, you're newer players, so I don't know. I don't know how useful how meaningful this information is going to be to you, because you're going to have to experience both of them for yourself to see what you like. Because there's a lot of ninjas they like Awakening more. There's a lot of ninjas that will tell you Awakening is better than Succession. I don't think overall that one is better than the other, but depending on which you choose, certain matchups will become easier / harder. we've been going for an hour and a half. I'm probably going to be wrapping this up soon for the first episode. We'll see if I can get to Heidel. I might keep going until I get to Heidel and wrap it up at Heidel. I don't think we're that far away, but it might be another 30 minutes or so until we actually get to Heidel territory. So I think there's a few more things we have to do here, and I can't... No, actually, I don't think we're too far away. Might be like 5-10 minutes. I think we're pretty close. I think we're going to go back to Velia in a minute. Ah, the pet. That's one thing I do want to get done. See where this takes us. I think we'll do Heidel and the pet for this episode. And we're returning to Velia right now. If we can do the pet, I don't actually think we might be able to do the pet right now. We'll see. I think for the pets, you have to get to a certain point in the storyline before you actually can do the quest for the pet. Don't know if we've reached that point yet. And we found our horse. It'd be nice if the horse auto-pathed for us. There we go. Suggested. We'll see. We'll see if it lets us do the pet. So the horse is a little bit faster than being on foot at the minute, but it will be significantly faster if it learns the right skills. The main skills you're looking for your horse to learn is sprint, instant excel, and drift. Those are the main three. Drift is the most optional out of the three. It needs to learn sprint, instant excel for it to be decent. Drift does make it a lot better, but you can live with a horse with just those two skills and not drift. Whereas if it's missing either instant excel or sprint, then that horse is pretty useless. So those are the kind of the skills that you're looking for your horse to get as it's leveling up. Every time it levels up, it has a chance of learning a new skill. It's not guaranteed. And that skill that it learns will be random, and the weightings are slightly different. Some skills it's more likely to learn over others as well. Like force chop is, I think every horse pretty much learns force chop and stuff like that. So keep that in mind too. And the way you level up a horse is just you just ride it around. You just ride it around and it will level up. After X amount of... Hey, there we go. We unlocked the pet quest. Fantastic. And all you literally just talk to him and he gives you the pet. Easy as that. We now have our first pet. So, as a new player as well. Where does the pet go? There it is. Name it whatever you like. What should we name us? Let's name our first one Sherna. We'll name our next one Trent. Sherna wears the pants in the relationship, right? So he's the dog. I think. Oh, is this the cat? Whoops. Maybe he doesn't wear the pants in the relationship anymore. Command. I'd recommend putting on cautious because. What's this? This is a dog. This is a very cat-looking dog. Yeah, Skill EXP. Skill EXP is dogs, and then Life EXP is cats. Yeah, we'll call the cat will be Trent when we do get it. And if you don't know who Shona and Trent is somehow, and you're watching this, and you're watching my guide playthroughs here, or guide-throughs, I guess, you definitely should check them out. They are the main CMs/GM, or I think they said they prefer to be called GMs. It's very, I can't remember the wording they used, but you know, they are whatever they need to be, basically. But what they are to us as the console community is they're our main communication between PA and the player base is Shona and Trent. They do bi-weekly streams on Twitch/YouTube where they go through the patch notes. They'll let you know what's coming, and every 2 weeks there is a patch for console. So every second Wednesday there will be a patch where some new cool stuff might come. It might be some smaller things with some optimizations. There's a lot of you don't really know what it is until Shona and Trent tell you what it is in their live streams. They usually do their live streams, if we're looking at UK time, on a Monday early in the morning around 3 a.m. So Tuesday morning when you wake up, you can find the recorded version of that on YouTube and Twitch. If you want to be there to ask them questions live, you can go there to ask them the questions that you have in the chat, and they do answer them. Towards the end, the first hour or two, they'll go over the patch notes and what's coming, and some notices that they want to give out, some stuff that they want to get through or get off their chests. And then usually the last hour/2 hours, depending on how long the Q&A session lasts, there will be a Q&A session where you guys ask your questions and they will answer them as best they can. But you might be met with the coming soon answer more often than you would like, because they're not allowed to give you all the information that they have. Obviously, they work for a company, and that company has requirements, regulations, and expectations from Shona and Trent, and they can't breach those because then they'd lose their jobs, which we don't want to happen, and they definitely don't want to happen. So if you are getting annoyed, I'm sure they apologize for it. They'd like to give you as much information as humanly possible, but they just can't. And sometimes it's in our best interest that they can't. Other times it's in the best interest of the company that they can't. Just depends on what that information is.
Are you coming from Velia?
We are coming up to Heidel now, which will be the end of the first episode. We're not quite there yet. We've got to do some stuff in the quarry and kill a few people before we get to Heidel. Yes, we do. Alright, and I keep clicking on that one. I need to stop clicking on that. Let me make some space because I keep getting hit over here. We'll check out the rest of the quest in a minute. We'll just do this bit. You just basically come up to these wooden posts things and you press X. Just clear these guys out. To repair, it's not X, Y to repair, sorry. And then that's this bit done. But yeah, we made it to level 18 and we're about to be in Heidel, so that's pretty good. Now, in the future, when you want to level other characters, it's not going to take you an hour and 40 minutes to get to level 18. But on your first playthrough, honestly, your level right now isn't too important. The main thing is just getting through the quest line. So you can get the weapons and stuff for real cheap. You can learn a few things about mechanics that they kind of teach you a little bit. Some of the stuff as you go through the quest. I think this one is now going to Heidel, but there was I noticed a few extra things on my main quest, which I don't know exactly what they were. You get an outfit. You randomly, okay. Oh, I remember. This is the new thing they added. So this first one here that you get is a random outfit, right? You randomly get one of the three. Okay. So as you do with every character, right? As you do the main quest line, you actually get these cool outfits now that can be between Balnus, Rendi, and Calphion. The first one you get is random. So what you do is you open the random one first to see which pack it gives you. We got the Serendia one. So now in the future, there's the other two you get to select. So then you're going to select Calphion and Balanos, so you get all three outfits. You'll get Taratus. Yeah. Continue. So now, I wonder if you could break this down for crons. You probably can't. So yeah, now you can change the way your character looks, and that's pretty cool. There we go. Start this one. Does this give you EXP and stuff as well? I don't think it does. But there was somewhere where you could see set effects. No, it doesn't. But it does give you 2 attack speed, which is decent. It's decent. It's not terrible. Okay, go and jump back on our horse. If you want to see how your horse is progressing in levels, there you go. You just get to the question mark. It's already got instant excel. It's actually not that good. Oh wait, instant excel. That's actually really good. That's one of the main skills, instant excel. So drift, sprint, instant excel. So it's got one of the 3 skills already, and it's at 100%. But we can't use it without sprint, I'm pretty sure. Or if we can, it's like very limited. Let me see if it lets me. Yeah, you can, but if you had sprint, it'd be a lot faster for you to be able to use instant excel. Wow, we got really lucky this horse came with instant excel. Maybe it just automatically came with that. I didn't read the tier 7, because it also came with instant excel at 100%. But here we go. We are now... Yeah. And we made it to Heidel. And we'll go to the... We'll do a few more quests here till we get to the main character in Heidel. I'm no longer going to be talking to the question marks, because I don't want to waste too much of my time. But like I said, it is important for you guys to do it. But I think after we talk to a few people, we're going to have to go talk to the main dude of Heidel, like their chief, if I remember correctly. If not, we are going to be ending it here. And I don't remember correctly, because this is taking us outside of Heidel. Alright, I hope this has been useful for newer players. If you enjoy it, leave a like. If not, well, it is what it is. I am going to do the series all the way throughout until, like I said, I finish the storyline and I'm able to start grinding Piliku Jail. And then the rest of them, that's when I'm going to stop with this account. The rest of it's pretty straightforward from there. Up until that point, it might be a bit more difficult for new players to know exactly what to do, so this will guide you through it. After Piliku Jail, it becomes really, really simple. I will be having a video coming out at some point next week where it's going to talk over gearing, how a new player would gear from after they finish the quest line, which is what we're going to be going through here, to be able to first get into Piliku jail to make the better money, and then after Piliku jail to get into Arkman's to make that optimum money. Don't think I'm going to gear up to Arkman's level because that's just a lot of time. But I don't think it's going to take too long for me to get to the Piliku stage. And after the Piliku stage, it just becomes a lot easier. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. If there's any specific information you want me to go over during these guide throughs, let me know. I will touch onto them. I actually ended up talking a lot during this session. If you like me just talking about random stuff that comes to mind, let me know and I will do my best to keep that up. I'm not going to make any promises though, but I will be mentioning important stuff that I see necessary that are good for me to talk about if I come across it during the gameplay. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed and I'll catch you in the next video.